What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another video. I recently acquired a new mint on card vintage Kenner Cloud Car palette to go with my existing run. As you guys know, I love the Cloud Car palette. I played with him all the time as a child. Why? I have no idea. Probably because I had no friends. But I've got a really nice, interesting run going. And here was my existing run before I show you the new one. We've got the ESB 47 back with the free 4-LOM offer. We've got the 48A back that is offerless. We've got the 48 back C with the free Revenge of the Jedi offer. And then we have the Return of the Jedi 65 back A. And so I finally did acquire one that, if you are a longtime watcher of the channel, you know that I've been wanting this one. And I finally did pick it up, and that is the 48 back transition card, Return of the Jedi, with the free Neon offer. And again, for those of you who are unaware of what transition cards are, once Kenner moved away from the Empire Strikes Back cards to the Return of the Jedi cards, for a very limited time, they produced what's called transition cards. And they only had the 48 Empire Strikes Back figures, to my knowledge, there was no Return of the Jedi characters on this 48 back free Neon offer. So they were not produced in big numbers, and they're very tough to find for any character. They're particularly tough to find with a clear blister. And I finally did pick this one up. I watched it and watched it forever on eBay, and I finally decided to pony up for it, even though it was way, way more than I wanted to spend, like way more. And I can tell you that for the four behind you, for three of them, I paid what I paid for this one. So it's just a really tough one to find, and it's just, you know, it was certainly an overpay. But I finally decided that if I'm ever going to get it, it's just now or never type of situation. So I did finally pick it up, and here it is. Interestingly, it's also unpunched, and I didn't realize this, but all of the ones over here are unpunched as well. And let's see, this one is unpunched, but I think my 65 back A is also unpunched. The lighting was kind of weird from where I'm filming this, but every one of these is unpunched. This one is kind of partially unpunched, but this was just a gorgeous example, and it sat and sat on eBay forever. He came down a little bit on price, but not by much. And it's certainly not perfect, but it's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. So let's take a closer look at it. Here it is. And both the weapon as well as this communicator are still taped to the inside of the blister. The biggest defect on this one is a ding in the upper left-hand corner that has kind of forced this portion of the blister to kind of pull away just a little bit. But those are defects I can live with, and it was appropriately graded. Here's the grades on it. The card got an 80, the blister got an 80, and the figure got an 80. The only one I question is why the figure score is an 80. The only thing I can think of is that at the lower portion of his right knee, there's a little dot right there that is probably like a factory paint defect, potentially some, I don't know, paint degradation inside the blister. The figure's boot right here also has kind of a little bit of paint overspray and bubbling. So that's the only reason I can think of as to why this figure score was an 80. But give me a break. It's just an awesome, awesome card back. And it seems like the free Neon offer transition cards, especially if they have a clear blister, whether they're graded or ungraded, continue to command big, big money on the market. The other transition card would be like for the Empire Strikes Back 21 backs with the free secret figure offer for the Bosk mail away. Those would also be considered transition cards. And I'm sure there's others that I just don't know about, or I'm not smart enough to know about, but just an awesome, awesome card back. I do love the bright yellow on the backs of these 48 back transitions. They're just a beautiful, beautiful card back. One of my favorites. I think my two favorite card backs in the entire Kenner line would be the 48C is number one, and then followed by the 48 back Return of the Jedi card backs. The only other 48 back I have in my collection is my Bosk, and this is one that will certainly make a other YouTuber quite jealous, I believe. And I bought this several years ago, and it's just a beauty. This is the Bosk on the same card back, and this one also receives straight 80s. So both of these are scored exactly the same. Both of them are unpunched or relatively unpunched, but just a couple of really nice examples for the Cloud Car palette that I've now have in my collection. That makes 5. I think that as far down as the rabbit hole as I'm going to go is to get the 45 back Star Wars Display Arena offer, Empire Strikes Back, which is the debut card for the Cloud Car palette. I feel like I have to have that one to go with this collection. And there's also certainly a tri-logo hybrid Palatoy with a Kenner style front, but the Palatoy tri-logo backs. Those are extremely expensive. Probably in high grade, you're talking 2,000 to 2,500, somewhere in that ballpark. So I don't think that one will ever grace my collection unless some sort of miracle happens or I show extreme fiscal responsibility or sell off a bunch of stuff in order to pay for it. But I think the 45 back ESB Display Arena offer debut card would be the last one I really want. I bid on one in a Hakes auction last year, I believe, but it just went way too high and I couldn't afford it. But anyway, I also did put together a quick slideshow with some stills for this one, as well as a nice photo with the entire 5 mint on card run for the Cloud Car palette. Just an awesome character, criminally underappreciated in my opinion, but I thought that folks might like to see the latest pickup. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing, and I'll be back soon.